Ha. X to delete. Did I delete everything? Yeah, it should be deleted. Tmax. How do I open a Tmax? Okay. Let's just call Tmax. And this will have something. Let's also create a pane. And from here also create this one. Not too small, not too small, not too large. Cool. CD, CD, and CD. This should be in CD work project name. And that also should be in CD work project name. Let's open Yahtzee here and also Yahtzee. Cool. Cool. Okay, I've thought of something to make. Yeah, I have to. VNV in Australia, also VN Australia, and also VN. That is all. And yeah, okay. This will actually have all of it. Cool. So what I actually want is every 5 seconds, we'll go through the list. Every 2 seconds. So let's say every 2 seconds, working with this, make a counter, stop. Body language and head tilt. So yeah. So every 2 seconds, no matter how many there are in the array, we need to populate the array when there is someone. So if there's like one person, the array will be populated by one item. If a second person joins later, the array will be populated by another item. And if a person leaves, no matter who leaves, uh, the array will be just remove one person. That's it. So that's it. That's the first logic. Yeah, that is the first logic, which in here is actually this is length of yeah. So just continue. So the number of new people here, there will be a start time and an end time. I don't think I need the start time. Just let's just keep it here. And there's no need to do the send data now. Uh, so the person's date, person's date is Cameron 1. Just camera ID 1. Yeah. New persons, did I add them to the starting from the last and going backwards? What does that mean? It's just appending new things for the number. Yeah, exactly. And then if there's one, just remove it. Exactly. So it doesn't matter how much time a person is like staying or leaving, so that complicates the issue a bit. So what we do need is this part is unnecessary. Uh, Results is not access. Results is not sent. We need to understand that the results are not sent at all. Give the camera IDs when you give them, and thus you have some things here. Yeah, people are being added, people are being subtracted. I do not need this. Right. It's fine. Just 39K. This part to have it here. And process it. Just add it up. At this part, at this part. Now what I need to add here is an time counter which counts. It just adds it. Yeah, exactly. So, just 36K, 36K. And if I have it here, so DAY dot XX it processes it, and yeah, if it's detected, it just gets added. It should be new send data. Def send data to MongoDB. I don't need the camera ID, do I? The camera ID yet DIY. Just a self function, and what it does is for camera ID and because there is a camera ID, you can accept it and then later think about it. Okay. Reset the concept of sending the data. That must be done. And for person in persons, camera ID, right? Insert data. Ah, does not delete. If I am to like and there's a 6 now, which I do not want. If I say A, I will this right, so this W. If I press A, now it is saved. Okay, so if I press 3, space 4, space 3, space 2, space 3, yeah, okay, cool. So I need to check, I need to go to the body language, the run.py, I do not need it. Let's save it, and let's go 1, 2, and 3, and there's the 4. Good. What I want to go through is emotion detection. Motion detection, where I will of course open this file and check here 213, 213. Cool. So the motion detection here, there should be send data function. Yeah, okay. This is the one that I need to see. It's just client that insert that data. Okay, cool. That is cool. That is awesome. Awesome. So it just sends everything after 2 seconds. Sends everything after 2 seconds. Yeah. That should be the way to go. Data every 2 seconds. send data to Mongo. Yeah. So if it yes, another thing that I need to understand is this part. If it is 60 frames, for example, if it's like 30 frames per second, in 2 seconds there will be 60 frames, and in 60 frames there will be, if a person is detected for the entirety of the 60 frames, so that head tilt value or the body language value can be 60, which we don't want, at all. So if it is coming, if it is, or any, what we need to do is there is a head count number, which I don't like. Because I need to understand if the maturity, like if there's like 60 frames in these 2 seconds, I need to know if the majority of these 60 frames had the head tilt. That is what I need to know. So it should be either be 1 or 0. That should be how it should count, right? For here, yes, should be either 1 or 0. So let's just keep it like, sorry, 1 head tilt. Yeah, head tilt count. It says 1 or 0. Thank you, Merga. Feel free to subscribe because I'm just closing up on 500 subscribers. Let's go down. I need to change this to, yeah, append 0 and append 0 is the head is not tilting, and 1 if the head is tilting. Thanks, my man. I need to complete it by tomorrow. Yeah, it's almost done. Needs to finish the code and test it out. If correct data is being sent to the MongoDB. So okay. So when you send the key points and the boxes, it gets processed every time, right? It is GR implementation? No, that's JRR. Yes. So for each, no, all of it, so for each of the camera, so this, if it's just one camera, it's just going to loop once, number of bounding boxes, and there it is, and that does not make sense. That does not make sense at all. this length. Uh, okay. Yeah, head count. No, does not make sense. One thing I did forget is basic Python. How does lists work? If not, I need to change it to NumPy arrays. So let's do Python, and if I have a, for example, a list 1, comma 1, let's say plus 0, comma 2. Yeah, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. Oh, you cannot see it because of my head. Okay, so this is not what I want. I need to convert these into NumPy. Ah, this is so tough. I need to check what is being saved in here. Okay, let's just go through it quickly. So if you send, if I send the key points and the bounding boxes in this function, what happens here, for each of the key points, it appends either 1 or 0. Simple. So I have NumPy. Mhm. Yeah, use ChatGPT. That's the solution to everything. I am using I am using Copilot back end, but the logic seems to be like, one thing you guys have to understand about using ChatGPT is that when I use, or if anyone uses ChatGPT to make their entire code, like write entire codes, you need to review it line by line. And you need to understand if the ChatGPT is not making it, like if it's making any mistakes or not. This is very important. And I would rather write my code than review others' code. So I do use Copilot to make small snippets of code. For example, I can use it here. I will do what the Vim motion. So let's see. So it's just V and then select everything down to here. And yeah, it set me back an hour today. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what happens. So if you like reviewing code, go for it. Like prompt ChatGPT as much as you can, and it will throw up a bunch of code, and then what you can do is like review the code one by one, and then figure out what is wrong with that code, and then ask ChatGPT to fix it again, and then review the next code, and so on. But the more fun in programming is actually coding it yourself, and with a little help from coding assistants like ChatGPT. In that case, it can be ChatGPT, but small blocks of code, reviewing small blocks of code is easier for me, at least personally. So selecting in Neovim Y to yank, meaning copy, and let's fire up Copilot here. So here, Copilot is here, and I will go to register. And so the register is like accessing the what is being copied, and uh, I will just ask it to turn the lists into NumPy arrays in for this function. So Control S, yeah, exactly. So it's returning numpy arrays, uh, which I actually don't want. Uh, so as you can see, just one line of code, easier to understand. And here I will write again initialize empty numpy arrays at the start of the function and give, yeah, this is what I want. So what I will do, uh, copy this, yanking it, going back to my code, um, doing this, and paste. Bunch of problems. So uh, yeah, also messed up this formatting. Yep, yeah, and there is a slight one here. Yeah, I think that's it. So now it cannot, like, it has some problems. What's the project about? The project is about uh, a client who tasked me to actually create a computer vision so that using a camera I can detect a specific body language of the person in the camera. And also the client asked if the person is, like, the head is tilting, this needs to be actually detected, and whatever the detections are, they get sent to a specific MongoDB server. So that's the entirety of the project. So I'm actually, like, full, almost finished up coding everything else. I'm just, like, figuring out how the data should be sent to the MongoDB and how the data should be captured by the model. It's getting a bit dark in it. Yeah, that's more interesting. That's more like it. Cool. Yeah, it is. It is interesting. Yeah. So yeah, feel free to subscribe because we're closing up on 500. What did you use? Got the CV. Do you mean computer vision, like CV with computer vision? What did you use? If you meant computer vision, then I used the OpenCV. Simple as that. Okay. Hmm. Yes, computer vision. So I use the OpenCV. OpenCV Python. That's what I use. But to detect the poses of the people, I use the YOLO. YOLO. Yeah. You only look once. Ah. So I'm not sure if I can fix this code. Let's see. The fix code issue. Uh, and empty number arrays using the dot depend on them doesn't that into the numpy arrays in the loop is insufficient. It creates a new array each time. The correct approach would use Python list for culmination convert it into numpy array at the one. Okay, this it says the um use not use them. Let's go to 17K. Did you need to fine tune YOLO? No, I did not actually. What I did use YOLO to get the key points from the body, and I used the key points to train an SVM as a support vector machine. It's a very small machine learning model, and though that support vector machine actually, like, predicts the body language. Uh-huh. Do I need to do that? Just undo it. Yeah, okay. And just close that up. Told me to return. Let's go to 8K, yank the entire file and go to 26J. and copy the entire file and paste it. Yeah, 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 that's it. Mm-hmm. Cool. Come on. Cursor. Yeah. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Now, what I want to do right now is actually have the classification in a different format. Because if the head is not tilting, I would like to append a specific thing. For example, I would like to append another array. Just head. No, it's not tilted, but this should be replaced with one, replaced with one, and this should be replaced with 0. And let's copy, yank the entire thing. Capital V, paste, and then find 1, replace it with 0, not 9, replace it with 0, replace it with 1, yes, and head tilt detected, so this should be BBB, delete, insert, head tilt, head, yeah, good, that's it. So recording, I don't know how the recording happens. So now what it returns is ND arrays, which should be returned here. These are ND arrays. Yeah. So that's for the number of people. Head tilt of K. Head tilt of K. The head tilt of K. It won't work because that is a list. I need to convert this two into non-binary arrays. Let's see, copy this, turn up Copilot, register, and enter, change this to NP array. Control S. And we have something here. Just copy it, go down here. Yeah. Paste it, delete this extra line. Go back here, Q, close it, yeah. Yep. that specific case, this does not need to be like this. Let's go to the int and then x and I need to be plus equals space delete delete. Yeah. Genau. Yeah. Okay. So now what needs to be done is for the 5 seconds or the 30 frames or whatever, the head tilt and the body language will only get if I do the person camera ID KL. So for the camera ID, there are many persons. Personal head tilt. Yeah, that here it makes sense, but what it will get is the numpy array. ChatGPT 10. C. Oh, what? No. Okay. So I will. Okay. This capital V. Copy yank space Z C. Again. Register. Enter. No, this is not changed to numpy array. It's more like get the max value of the NP array is the person tilt tush and person LBS count dash 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 in this. So yeah, sorry. This should be in word 50 underscore. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. So this is 5K, capital V, yank, capital V, JP to get the maximum value. So the maximum value, let's just ask it, what is the data type returned by the numpy scalar, which may scalar. If you need a native function Python, because here I need if it's 0, let's go to 37K body language dict head tilt dict Yeah, not tilted, tilted. Yeah, okay. My question is, why is it indented? Dark one. Yeah, yeah, okay. This is the dictionary. Let's go, maybe I don't know what, 20J, again 20J. Okay, now, ah, so it should also return word self dot head tilt dict. Uh, so it will return the string. Yeah. Because I need to see object type of dict int string not callable. What callable? Oh, it's not called. I'm not calling it. Come on, I'm not calling it. Capital F, and this will so F. Yeah, not calling it. I'm not calling it. It's just this one, and go to the end. Go a bit back. Replace it with the closing tag. Yes, I'm not calling it. I'm just calling the dictionary out. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So session emotion. What exactly is session emotion? Let's go to 16K. Here's the data that's being sent, which is the session emotion, which is the maximum of the yeah. Delete everything here. Why though? I have it here, right? Page. Self dot body language dict. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. I cannot guess. Argmax is, why is it argmax here and just max? Need to see how does it process. Yeah. Isn't it that? Okay, it's just why have it installed? liter dB. Continuous startup, step over, step out, Emacs terminal debugging, tab UI is TU. Uh-huh. So if I say TU is tab UI, then TU. Okay. Okay, makes sense. That makes sense. So I need to debug it line by line. That is actually it. Finished. That's actually it, meaning uh, one thing I need to check if this is the thing that I've added. Why doesn't it work? It's still showing 63, right? 463, right? 463. But honestly, my subscriber count has increased thanks to you guys. Mhm. I'm not sure why that wasn't. Hmm. Cool. Okay, let's get back to it. So what I need to do now is a very important task, is that I need to understand, sorry, I need to run it. Running means like the entire code that I've written will just break off. Just like a building, it will break. And then comes the actual debugging phase. That where is, because I've written everything down. Uh let's go. Yeah, it's init.lua. Mm, Go back to work. This one, this one, this one, and this one, yeah. If I go here, then I will see the pipeline. Yep. So space pipeline, which will actually process the frame for the emotions, as well as will process the frame for the body language. Same frame being processed every time. So the testing should be done by test cases. Someone asked me to use ChatGPT. I'll show you how or when is the best time to actually use ChatGPT. You go to ChatGPT now. Hide this because I don't want to show you what I search for. So the best time to actually use ChatGPT is to actually learn something. So let's talk with it. So I have written a project in Python which involves several files of classes and main scripts. I am done writing the program, and now I want to test it. So now I want to test it. How can I test such a large file chunk by chunk? Let's ask it this. And what I also adding some context, I have never used test cases in my life. Is this an opportunity to use test cases? Unit tests, sorry, not test cases. Unit tests in my life. Opportunity to use unit testing thing, and how can I do that? Yep. ChatGPT is only for learning. Absolutely, this is a perfect opportunity to learning unit tests, blah blah blah. Chunk by chunk, function by function, class by class. It's okay, okay. Uh, process of testing individual units of code, function method, okay, isolation. Make sure that behavior of person comes to build in unit tests. You can use popular third-party libraries like PyTest and many other blah blah blah. Why use unit tests that catch bugs easily early? Make sure your code does what it getting started step by step. So for example, yeah, this is my project. Follow the structure. Use option A. Built-in recommended PyTest. Let's go with PyTest simplicity. Install PyTest. Uh, create a folder test. For example, test to. For example, to test utils.py. Yeah, sorry, got distracted. So write your first test file. So it should have a folder for tests, and for example, to test the utils.py, there's a create test utils.py. Okay, my project import utils. Dev add addition test addition utils start. Okay, upper test case. Okay, so assert if results. Okay, you tested two functions, add and upper. Okay, run your test. PyTest and equal automatically find named test dot or in and around the test. Let's start with named all the test functions that start with test dash. In our case, test. Okay, test a class method. So you see, this is how I am actually learning new things. I've dealt with unit testing uh in my job, like back in my day job, but never I have actually understood the use case for it. And now I can, like, this is actually a great way to actually test out. Okay, test the preprocess. This is a preprocess. Import data processor, test preprocess data. So data processor is this. Is the result, expected output. Okay. Mocking dependencies. Right. Mhm. Cool. Cool. Okay. Cool. What I do need to know is how to send many files to uh, Copilot to send them. And there's the context, text. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So context, I want to send workspace file names, workspace files. Buffer two files of Lua file names. This example does not actually make sense at all. So if it does not make sense, what you need to do is to ask AI. So let's go new. How to send many files as context in Copilot chat and web. Directly into a chat. Okay. So target or near specific structure matches files in the directory. Oh, the star represents anything, can be anything, and matches the recursively in subdirectories. Hi. Okay. Okay. Let's just save it, quit, make tests slash, which will create a folder, go into the folder, make test. I want to test motion detection. Motion detection.py. Okay, this is a Python file, opened it up. That will give it the entirety. Let's see if it works. ZC to open up the Copilot here, and I want to specify the sorry, how do I specify files? Files. Okay, so let's write files, and for some reason it's not files, and an input here it should be, for example, it's giving slash Lua, meaning everything in this Lua, right? There's nothing here. So can I write, for example, dot slash? Now it comes back. I want the motion detection. Now, if I say DC There's nothing here. Okay, this is let's try to generate test cases, unit tests for the motion detection class. Motion detection class in the file. Nothing. 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 Show slash Lua. For AI is aware of these context providers, maybe because additional context is needed, context file, files and file. Is it because of that? File, yeah. Generators for the detector file and file. Yes, so it is detecting something. Oops, I just okay. Phase emission detector. So just the C. Let's try it again. File. This should be dot slash. It should be this. Generate unit test for the class and the file. File above. I should have specified to use PyTest. Should have specified to use PyTest. Quit this, go back here. It is PyTest, right? Install PyTest here. Try one more time. Dot of slash. Let's go with motion detection. Generate unit test for file above using PyTest. Yep. See. A lot. A lot. A lot. Still not have, it does not still have context. It's not actually showing context. Dot slash, yeah. If I say context, Oh, cool. Let me go to GG and let's see how I can actually use it. This is I wouldn't say a problem. This is the step you always have to do is when you generate code using any type of coding assistant, you need to review the code. Uh, yeah, of course, because it is not actually like, paid fully. He did not actually buy the rights of the code, but rather a specific specific part of the code. I'm not actually showing you the entire code, of course. It's just the part of the code. Would be better if you would focus first on class structure. Yeah, that is what I am uh, weak on. Never used PyTest or unit testing before. Always not everything is bound together. Yes. Yes. Yield. It's been so long since I used the yield thing. I forgot what it does. PyTest test of fixture. Honestly, I have no idea what this all code is about. What does the pack does? Yield, I think it returns instant of embeddings that return value. Does not have any return value. Mock face net. Motion detection of face net as mock face net. Gosh. I need to change that key binding. Need to change that key binding. I'm gonna change it now or later because I am surely going to mess this up again. So what I did was the key is bound to control L to actually reset the chat, and also control L to actually move to the other screen, other pane. So it reset the chat. I'm using so many tokens today. Uh-uh. Hmm. The pipeline method. Sorry, the pipeline file. process frame. Go to A to understand where's the motion detection is 4. So it's 4. Is it face motion detection? Process frames. 20J. Mhm. Process frame is actually not returning anything, rather it is this which is being returned, the detected faces in camera. Let's see. Let's get this function. 11J. Maybe you could refactor the camera stuff so that you can use any video, then it could be used for unit testing. So that you can use any video, then that then could be used for unit testing. I can do that. But right now I don't want to change touch the code right now. At least of course I have to change the code when I get some bugs detected by the unit testing. So copy this. Let's see speed of development. Yeah, I hash register space generate using test. Can you see that? No, you cannot. I'm just using Copilot in a different pane. So it did offer me few unit tests. Not using PyTest. Let me change it. Can you generate using PyTest instead? Mark. And it did generate a bunch of things. Okay, so let me copy this part and go towards 26J, yank it from here, paste it. So motion detector. So it's not actually a motion detector. Rather, it's called DI port face motion detector. Yeah, this is the one. This is of course will not be detected. Yank in word. Visualize in word and paste. There are arguments which are actually needed. The camera ID is MongoDB URL. I should send in the buffer as well. Buffer space space this. Whoa. Yank it. Come back here. No, let's just register. enter test for the method using PyTest. Where it comes up. You hate Linux. Okay. Smith, listen. Yeah, it's not exactly Linux. I'm using Neovim and using a Mac environment. So Mac is technically Unix under the hood, which uses the most common Linux commands. So technically not Linux. So it did come up with a few things. Just J, copy it, get back here from the top, go here and go bottom, selectively end, paste, delete this. Yeah, now it looks much better. Now it looks much better. Time do I have? 15 minutes. 15 minutes till the end of the stream. So we are closing up on 500 subscribers for the first time. So feel free to support this new channel. I'm targeting it to get the 500 subscribers by the end of this month. Bringing you more content for AI and Python and Neovim. Okay, so this has the camera IDs, which are 1 and 2. I have confusion now. Let's go to, I forgot. This is the pipeline, right? So space 1 takes the into the pipeline. Let's quit this part and camera IDs are being sent. Okay, the camera IDs are the camera IDs, and if I don't have that, interesting. Give the run.py and the camera IDs are appended. Yeah, it is appended on a list. So if there are like 5 cameras available, 5 different like processes available, it should be done. It should be an array from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, not sure why, but that's how it is. Uh, 1 or 2. Yeah, this is the body language work. Okay, so I have it here. So it is giving me the detector. DB test collection, detector face, detector, magic no, return detector, and detect face, frame 1 and frame 2. I cannot review all of this code. This is not my style. I am just going to save this and save this and if there are any print statements. Data inserted successfully. There is a print statement and error inserting data. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it works. Just I'm going to just run it. I am just going to run this. Some changes. Yeah, I'm going to make some changes in the pipeline. I am going to comment this out. How to this be? Yeah. Okay, commenting this out, saving this, go down below. So why am I here? So if I just try to run it, Python run.py. Moment of truth. Not sure if you can see the rest. Can you not see it? I don't think you can see it. Okay. The first error. Module not found emotion detection in from emotion detection import face emotion detector. Okay. Let's go. Let's go and fix it. It's on the run.py and it's on line number 14. So I think this is how we go to line 14. Face emotion detector, isn't it? Not the what is this? The body language, the go to the top. Emotion detection. Okay. So what should be here is change in word, emotion detection. Yeah. Face emotion detection is not says. Interesting. Oh, it is not says because it's not being used here, right? Right. Let's comment this out. Save and quit. Let's go here, run it again. No module in PyMongo. It's on server. Oh, no module. Okay. So pip install PyMongo. There are things that I did not install. For example, it should be the requirements PyMongo. It seems like I'll just do one more thing. Pip install does requirements of txt just to go through it one by one. Just did I just exit it? Damn. I wanted to hit clear, so this is just the prefix and this. Okay, I'll just run it here. Not in the config. It is should be work main Python run.py. No module name cv2. It is base because that's why the venv Australia and then run. I did have some no such file or directory called model.pth. Yes, I did change the name of the model. It is searching somewhere that I do not know. Motion detection. line emotion model. Okay, I know it. What it is. So it's emotion model, and it is on line number 66. No, sorry, number 66. And I'm telling it to actually go inside of so put M again. Uh, the better way to do this is change in double quotes. Yep, this is how I do it. Well, model. Uh, dot slash shot again. This should be right. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So save it, quit, and go to here. I do not see it. That's the problem. I should just exit it and just, yeah, I should exit this, come back here, and open, where am I? Open a new pane like this. Okay, so the cd work, and PENG Australia, and Python run.py. Mm-hmm. Directly into the camera. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Errors. Errors. Uh, Out of device, bound CV, out of device, out of device, out of device. Okay. Go back here. Think the out of device, no camera available. It's not exactly cameras available, zeros. There is camera available, and camera failed properly initialize. Sure, that means. But the problem is invalid combination of arguments. Where if I go to model.predict phase BW black and white motion model should be my line number 141. So it's the harpoon is available. So this is 4 141. So the process is the problem. Okay, I am done for today. So thank you all guys for the subscriptions and like for sticking around and watching me miserably fail at debugging this. But I will try to stream back with it. I cannot promise to do it tomorrow, but in this week I have to and complete it. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one. And be sure to subscribe because we are closing up on 500 subscribers. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.